Chapter 1. The Crash. The sky was calm. The engines steady. The cabin soft with murmurs. Some read. Some slept. Some dreamed of home. I leaned against the window. Clouds stretched below. A blanket of white. Endless. Peaceful. Safe. Then, a sound. A crack. Sharp. Metal tearing against itself. The plane jolted. Gasps filled the air. A baby cried out. Luggage fell hard. The lights flickered. Engines roared. The floor shook. My heart slammed. The windows glowed red. Smoke poured inside. The oxygen masks dropped. They swung wildly. Faces pale. Hands clawed for them. Screams tore through the cabin. The nose dipped. Hard. The world tilted. My body crushed into the seat. I couldn't breathe. Someone prayed. Someone cursed. Someone wept. The roar grew louder. The metal screamed. The plane spun, falling. Faster. Harder. Gravity crushed me down. Impact. Blackness. Silence. Then pain. Everywhere. Blinding. I opened my eyes. Branches above. Mud below. Blood on my skin. My ears rang. I staggered up. The world tilted. The wreckage lay scattered. Metal twisted. Flames rising. Smoke climbed the sky. The air stank of fuel. Ash burned my throat. I coughed hard. I stumbled forward. Bodies lay twisted. Silent. Still. Eyes open. Gone. I turned away. Tears stung. My stomach lurched. But I walked on. I had to. The jungle loomed. Tall. Dark. Shadows wrapped the trees. Vines hung low. I called out. My voice cracked. No answer. Only insects. Only birds. The wreckage burned behind me. Too dangerous to stay. Predators would come. Fire would spread. Death lingered. So I walked. Deeper into the green. Roots tripped me. Branches cut me. The ground sucked at my boots. My ribs ached. My lips cracked. My throat dry. Hunger gnawed. But I kept moving. The sun dipped low. Shadows stretched long. The forest darkened. No path. No hope. I found a fallen tree. Hollow beneath. I crawled inside. Curled tight. Breathing fast. The night came fast. The jungle roared alive. Owls shrieked. Frogs croaked. Something howled deep. I pressed my hands to my ears. My heart pounded. Every sound sharper. Every shadow darker. I could not sleep. Faces haunted me. Eyes wide. Mouths frozen. Screams echoing still. I shut my eyes. Hours dragged on. Endless. Cruel. My body shook. But I endured. At dawn, the jungle glowed green. Mist clung to the earth. Birds shrieked above. I crawled out. Alive. Barely. Alone. Utterly alone. But alive. And I knew the crash was not the end. It was only the beginning. Chapter 2. Into the jungle. The sun rose weak. Light broke through the trees. Mist clung to the ground. The jungle stirred awake. And so did I. My body throbbed. Every muscle sore. Every breath sharp. But I stood. I had to. The wreckage smoked behind me. Black plumes climbed the sky. The smell of fuel lingered. Ash burned my lungs. I turned away. No one else moved. No. Voices. No survivors. Only silence. Only death. I stumbled deeper. Roots caught my boots. Vines tore my arms. Branches scraped my face. The ground sucked at me. The air grew thick. Vet. Heavy. Each breath slow. Each step harder. Flies swarmed. Mosquitoes stung. And crawled my skin. Sweat poured down. I kept walking. Hunger gnawed sharp. My lips cracked. My throat burned. I needed water. Now. Hours passed. The canopy stayed dark. The sun barely pierced. Shadows ruled. Always. Then, a sound. Faint. Gentle. Flowing. Water. I pushed forward. Branches whipped me. Thorns ripped me. Blood streaked my skin. I didn't stop. And I found it. A stream. Clear. Cold. Alive. I fell to my knees. Plunged my hands in. The chill shocked me. But I drank. Greedy. Too. Fussed. My stomach twisted. But I kept drinking. I didn't care. I needed it. I splashed my face. Blood washed away. Dirt too. For a moment, I breathed. For a moment, safe. But then, a snap. Behind. Me. Slow. Deliberate. I froze. My chest tight. My ears strained. Only silence. Only shadows. But I knew. Something was there. Watching. Waiting. Testing me. I stood shaky. Clenched my fists. Whispered to myself. Keep moving. So I did. I followed the stream. Step after step. Deeper into green. The forest thickened. The silence grew. By dusk I staggered. Legs weak. Stomach hollow. Head spinning. I needed rest. I found rocks. 2 boulders. A hollow between. Tight. Damp. I crawled in. Curled small. Covered with leaves. My chest heaved. I listened. The night came fast. The jungle screamed alive. Owls shrieked. Frogs croaked. Something howled. Closer. Then silence. Heavy. Waiting. I froze. My heart thundered. Every nerve on fire. I pressed my mouth shut. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. Hours dragged. Dreams twisted. Faces screamed. Eyes wide. I shook awake. The night lasted forever. Dark. Endless. Merciless. But I endured. When dawn broke, the jungle glowed faint. Birds shrieked above. Mist lifted slow. I crawled out. Weaker. Colder. Hungrier. But alive. Still alive. And then I saw it. Through the trees. A shadow in stone. A black wound. A cave. Dark. Silent. Waiting. Calling. Promising. The jungle wanted me dead. But the cave offered something else. Shelter. Secrets. My fear screamed no. But my feet stepped forward. Closer. Closer. Toward the dark. Chapter 3. The first ascent. The cave loomed. Dark mouth. Jagged teeth. A throat of stone. Waiting to swallow. I stood frozen. My legs trembled. My chest rose sharp. One breath. Another. Go in. The thought stabbed. Or to die outside. The jungle would kill me. The cave might not. I stepped closer. Cold air spilled out. Vet. Stale. Heavy. The ground sloped. Mud clung. Slipped my boots. Hands scraped rock. I steadied. Inside, shadows ruled. My eyes strained. Shapes twisted. Walls dripped. Drip. Drip. The sound echoed. Louder. Endless. Like whispers. Like voices. I pressed. Deeper. Each step slow. Each breath louder. My heartbeat deafening. My skin clammy. The light faded. Dark consumed. I raised a stick. Wrapped cloth tight. Lit a flame. It flickered weak. Shadows danced wild. The cave came alive. Figures stretched long. Faces carved in stone. No, not faces. Just cracks. Just tricks. I hoped. The air grew colder. Bones chilled. My teeth clenched. I pressed on. Deeper still. The passage narrowed. Tighter. Tighter. My chest brushed walls. My back scraped stone. Breath shallow. Lungs burning. I crawled. On knees. On elbows. Mud sucked me. Down. Sticky. Cold. Pulling me deeper. I gritted teeth. And pushed through. The tunnel widened. Opened sudden. I stumbled out. And gasped. A chamber. Huge. Silent. Dripping with age. Stained with time. Stalagmites rose tall. The ground glistened wet. Pools shimmered faint. The flame quivered. Something gleamed. At the edge. Half buried. Half hidden. Gold. My breath hitched. Hands shook. I stepped closer. The glint grew. It was real. A vein of metal. Twisting through stone. Shining pale. Sheening pure. Gold. I touched it. Cold. Solid. Undeniable. Treasure. I laughed low. A cracked sound. Half joy. Half madness. But short-lived. A growl. Low. Deep. Behind me. Close. I froze. The flame trembled. Shadows writhed. Something moved. Something big. I turned slow. Eyes wide. The dark shifted. Shapes stirred. Breath hot. Not alone. Never alone. The cave had life. And it watched. It wanted me. I backed away. Step by step. Heart pounding. Sweat dripping. Whispering run. But where? The tunnel was small. The chamber vast. The dark endless. The growl closer. The gold gleamed. A curse. A promise. A trap. My trap. I tightened my grip. Held the torch high. Light flared weak. Enough to see. Enough to fear. Eyes. Dozens. Glinting vet. Reflecting fire. Watching me. The growl spread. Echoed walls. Multiplied. Surrounded. Hunted. I pressed against stone. Breath sharp. Hands shaking. Torch flickered. Almost out. The cave whispered. Drip, drip, growl, breath. I close my eyes. Whisper to myself. Survive. Just survive. And step deeper. Into the dark. Chapter 4. The shadows of a cave. The dark breathed. Alive. Watching. Waiting. Testing me. The torch dimmed. The flames sputtered. Shadows stretched. Long. Twisted. I gripped tighter. Knuckles white. Sweat burned. My chest rose fast. I whispered, don't break. A sound stirred. Not growl now. A shuffle. A scrape. Stone against stone. It circled. Behind me. Beside me. Above me. Everywhere. Spüren fast. Torch swinging. Light cracked the dark. But nothing. Nothing seen. Yet eyes gleamed. Faint. Dozens. Watching still. Silent now. I backed away. Feet splashing. Water rippled out. The sound echoed. Too loud. The cave answered. Click. Click. Like claws. Like teeth. My stomach turned. Cold shot down spine. I raised the flame. It flickered high. And froze. Me. Shapes moved. Crawling walls. Clinging ceiling. Slipping across stone. Too fast. Not human. Not animal. Something else. Something older. Something wrong. Their eyes glowed. Yellow. Vet. Hungry. Fixed on me. One dropped low. Closer. Near the pool. Water rippled wide. Its hand reached. Long. Crooked. Bone thin. Claws scraping. It hissed. I stumbled back. Torch swung wild. Light struck its face. Gray flesh. Hollow cheeks. Its mouth opened. Rows of teeth. Jagged. Uneven. Dripping black. I gagged. The stench foul. Rot and iron. Like death breathing. Close. It screeched sharp. High. Piercing. The cave shook. Others answered. A chorus. From walls. From ceiling. From everywhere. Closing in. I ran. Feet splashing hard. Torch smoke trailing. Heart pounding. Breath tearing. Shadows followed. Fast. Relentless. Claws scraping stone. Screeches rising. The gold flashed. Beside me. Behind me. Everywhere veins. But cursed. Treasure meant. Death. Not salvation. I knew it now. But too late. Far too late. The tunnel ahead. Narrow. Low. My only hope. Idove. Stone-cut arms. Mud dragged down. Torch almost gone. I crawled faster. Breath ragged. Behind me, they came. Scraping. Hissing. Hungry. Nearer. One clawed my boot. Pulled hard. I kicked wild. Broke free. Kept crawling. The torch died. Dark swallowed whole. But I crawled blind. Hands bloody. Knees raw. Hair thinned. Chest crushed. But I kept moving. Because behind, they waited. The hiss echoed. Louder. Closer. Whispers filled stone. Not words, but promises. Of hunger. Of death. Of never leaving. Never. My mind cracked. Images flashed. Gold mountains. Clawed hands. Empty eyes. But then, light. Faint. Ahead. Real. Aglow. Weak. But salvation. I pushed harder. Crawled faster. Hands reached out. Touched open air. Fresh. Cold. Alive. I burst out. Collapsed hard. Chest heaving. Head spinning. But safe. Or so I thought. From the cave, a hiss lingered. Soft. Mocking. Patient. The shadows didn't chase. Not yet. They watched. Waited. For my return. And deep inside, the gold gleamed. Silent. Calling still. Promising more. Chapter 5. The final choice. I lay trembling. Chest heaving. Hands bleeding. Eyes wide. Listening. The jungle breathed. Leaves rustled. Birds screamed. Life returned. But not for me. The cave lingered. Behind me. Dark mouth. Silent teeth. Watching. I crawled farther. Dirt in mouth. Blood in hands. My legs weak. My mind torn. Leave it. The thought burned. Forget the gold. But another voice whispered. Go back. I staggered up. Leaned on a tree. The world spun. My body broke. But the gold. It gleamed in memory. Bright. Endless. Enough to change everything. Enough to tempt anyone. I shook my head. No. My voice cracked. Weak. Empty. I turned away. One step. Another. The jungle path opened. Freedom ahead. But the whispers followed. Not in ears. In my skull. Crawling deep. Twisting thought. Return. Claim it. Yours. Forever. I clench my fists. The jungle blurred. Trees swayed. Shadows lengthened. Every sound twisted. Every shape wrong. I stumbled. Felt an ease. Sweat poured. Heart pounded. I screamed. Leave me. My voice shattered. Echoed wide. Birds scattered. But the whispers laughed. And then, a choice. So clear. So sharp. So final. The cave behind. The jungle ahead. One path survival. One path death. But glory. I closed my eyes. Memories flashed. Faces lost. The wreckage burning. The gold shining. I rose slow. Shaky legs. Tired lungs. Broken soul. And I walked. Not toward the cave. Not back to whispers. Not to curse gold. But forward. Into jungle. The whispers screamed. High. Angry. Hungry. But fading. Each step stronger. Each breath freer. The dark lost grip. The gold dimmed. The curse weakened. At last. Silence. Only jungle. Only wind. Only life. I collapsed again. Tears burned. Relief cut deep. The cave behind me. Forever closed. The gold remained. Buried. Guarded. Cursed. Not mine. And me. Alive. Scarred. Haunted. Changed. The choice saved me. But the memories stayed. The eyes. The whispers. The hunger. I will never return. Never. But sometimes, at night, I hear them. Calling. Promising. Laughing. Waiting. Always waiting. And I know. The cave is patient. The shadows eternal. The gold forever cursed. And I forever marked.